Mo, do you wanna go first?
Just
Single one?
Yeah.
Have you guys read the minutes, so we can do that bit out of the way? Dave, have you read the minutes?
Yes, I have. Can I see them? I looked at them briefly, but I didn't work today.
Oh, jeez, that was.
Man, the meeting was only 2 weeks ago, but
Yeah.
so today's the first day you worked for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
No, I worked for them today.
Okay, well, we'll wait on that one, go with Mo first. You're up, Mo.
Jonathan, did you check the room to see if anybody was on it?
I did not bring it.
Did I check it?
Generator's up and running. It's on a 2 weeks startup for 15 minutes.
Okay.
It timed me.
So every 2 weeks it comes on for 15
Yeah.
minutes, like on a Wednesday?
Yeah.
or whatever.
He said, you got to pay from here, switching or out for you. I
Yeah.
said, yeah, I want to get it out at the other one. So we did,
Nice.
yeah, did it on check.
He came here and finished that up? That's the guy that came before to try to service it and recommended it. So I'll add that.
Already the same weather.
Same guy, so I'll just add.
Or covers on piano, we still waiting for the big one, some Twitter squash. I ain't heard nothing yet, but we should be hearing something.
Who's that one coming from?
Contact.
Is that the one right at the beginning, like the first day?
Yes. And we will.
When's it supposed to get paid?
Well,
We're
it's
gonna,
tonight.
Cool.
we were gonna notify people, leave my number, we're gonna close the road and do that one. We got no way to get in and out, so we just, we got to move a lot of ground there to get that big one set down.
How deep is that little road?
It's, going to be, 2 feet buried in the ground.
Yeah.
So that's 72 inches. Yeah, that's go down and, we're gonna have to raise the road just a little bit. We got 18 inches of coverage.
Oh, so it's not like there's 4 feet of cover between the road and the top of the culvert?
Right.
But it's still, I mean, you're a 5-foot culvert?
7 foot squash.
7 foot.
72 inches.
Well, can you make sure to notify the post office
Yep.
the day that it's going to be closed? And also, there's 3 mailboxes right on top of that culvert for the people that live down in the dip.
Oh, on this side of the culvert?
Yeah, there's 3 mailboxes right there, and they're the people who live on that road that goes down.
Okay.
You can just stick notes in their mailbox and take it to the post office and
Okay.
just tell them Peggy can deliver them.
Do we need to send a letter to those people, or?
Something to tell them that, you know, their boxes are going to have to be relocated or whatever.
No, for the people on the road, I'm not worried about a couple of boxes, that's federal government.
I mean, we can.
Just, right, this road will close, let's say 20, like today.
Like you did on Church Road.
Yeah, we closed 20, trying to.
But church road is no big deal, you can drive around in
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Peon, you can't.
Right.
You know, like, hopefully, like Berkeley, you know, we go straight to the daughter that day. But,
You figure you can do it today?
yeah, you know, have everything,
Can you make it so you don't close it until like 8 o'clock, that way most of the traffic is out?
Yeah.
And there's enough prep work to do between sun up.
right. And we're gonna put, 4-foot blocks on each end. They're gonna be flat without closing the road.
Yeah.
Crack that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be down in the ground, and the culvert sits on top of it, so we're gonna do some prep before we do, everything goes right, which should be out that day, you know, and now you might be
Do you want them notified by mail? Because I can easily do that.
Well, I'm just curious if that's,
I mean, everyone on the road are the ones with the mailbox.
So, well, they all have mailboxes.
The 3 that are on the culvert.
Oh, no, I meant the whole road if it's going to close.
I think if you put that sign up like you do and say, hey, this is the day it's closing,
You know,
do it in advance.
Put something in the front porch forum.
Try to do it a week in advance, right?
yeah, try,
Yeah.
it works. Everybody get people come in and come in and, nice get it done.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, we did the church today. So I'll be ready for blacktop. James, not James. Now I think got the bids, got the one from, Mike.
Is there another faculty running around or is it? Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah, sure, my best glasses, you son of a.
Huh?
We got two bids here on, equipment, but we got a generator and,
On the gravel box.
Well, I think we've been talking about it.
oh, yeah,
Yeah, so we just want to get it done the same day.
yeah.
Do we need to post it, or
What's that?
do we need to post the box, there was a box we were getting rid of?
In the
Generator, yeah.
Generator, yeah.
If you got an interest, unless you guys wanna post it and see if you can get more money for it, but if you just wanna. What?
Are we required to, or do we just?
You are not required to.
Yeah, I don't care. What do you think, Gene? What do you think?
Yeah, well, so then, we'll see, I might be interested because scrap's high right now too. That generator would be quite a thing, bring that in.
Just dump it off at Gene's house.
What is moving on?
Yeah, that fourth dumpster might just about full now. No,
You're welcome to get.
we'll have the party, well, we'll have the party once he leaves.
Okay.
That's right.
How's this gonna get bigger?
Town of Fairfield bid for gravel box, $2,000, bid for water tank, $500. We had a water tank we're getting rid of,
Yeah.
and that is, probably Brandon, I think.
Isn't that kind of light on that gravel box?
I have no idea.
Tom Brandon?
It could be Tom Brennan, yeah.
And then how Brandon bid on,
What's the water tank?
When that, from
Oh, the one you had rigged up the car?
how many gallons is that?
18, yeah, remember, fire truck.
And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Again, tender, I mean, and took it out.
Well, I guess I'm asking, what would you use to replace it with?
That's gonna be, like, you won't fit in our truck right now. 'Cause you can cut the stuff off the side. Won't
Right,
fit.
because we got the dump bodies now,
No,
they-
this
you
here's
can't
the-
really slide on the truck bodies.
So this is the bid for the generator, $1,000. I'd say we should see if there's any more interest in that.
And running that?
So I'd say a $500 in that tank, they go for $1 a gallon for slab storage.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
That's not food grade.
Yeah.
No, that's an old water.
Yeah. So I was just, I know you had one that looked nice, but that's not the one.
It's right out front of the dump rod,
It
and
looks, it's got paint, but it got welded every 6 months when we had it, and I'm sure James is
yeah.
What's it weigh?
bad line. I would get rid of that tank, just. Don't with it.
Oh, the price of steel is worth $200 just
I was
for
saying,
actions.
I brought down half a ton, we got $88, so you're pretty close to just bringing it. That generator, $1,000, I wouldn't sell it for $1,000, I'd bring it to Hobby's first. And I'd make sure they looked at it, because it's not tin, I mean, you got cast, you got that's where.
I tried to burn that.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah, granite, you won't do it.
Okay,
But
so I'll formally publish the bid and all.
I would put it
Yeah,
out.
just see if we get any more interest in that.
Yeah, exactly.
That gravel box, I remember what we paid for that. A lot more money than that. It's in decent shape, isn't it?
Yeah, fair shit, yeah.
Yeah, we paid a hell of a lot more money than that.
Look into it.
So,
I'll add it to the next agenda. Okay. I'll add it to the next meeting then.
even though we opened these ones, I guess,
I would put it back out, I would just go back to them and say, I mean, we haven't asked for formal bid.
We haven't yet, so.
So it's not.
So I should send it back to them and say, just FYI, we're gonna be asking for a formal visit.
More, yeah, we're gonna put it in.
Because what we should do is ask somebody like Jamie that built the box, what is the thing, what realistic value does it have? That's 2,000 just seems awful late, 'cause, man, I thought we'd paid 7 or 8 for that, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna do it like that.
Well, you may have.
But it was made to fit on, you know, slide in, slide off too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chester Arthur Road Bridge. You see it? No.
Yeah, what's going on there? I just saw the combs, but is there?
Oh, the hole, huh?
Yeah, that's what it is, the hole, it's this round on top, about 3 foot round. So the hole is,
Small hole,
Jim Kohler, and guy that works on bridges came up. Jody Tanner.
yeah.
Oh, that's what he does?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
he's the one.
You mean Cowboys boy?
Yeah.
He's the one who passed the bridge down here when we had the hole down here.
Yeah.
And he's the one who passed that. And he came, looked at it, and told him about what we're gonna do, can do. And he said that jackhammer that out. And the next one, you got beam here and a beam here. And I just further go over again to that cement down there, and I call it rotting now. It's
Yeah, it's deteriorating.
yeah. And do I, lay 3/4 plywood underneath, and he said that it's type of cement, you down Harrison, it's state number A for bridges. And we closed for probably to do that by 2 days, and it was 24 hours set.
They want you to jackhammer that back.
Yeah, where the hole is here.
Right. It's
Yeah, like,
small on the top, bigger on the bottom.
yeah.
So you gotta fill it back in there too, don't you? Like one in the wall. But they,
So you're
via that.
saying it's the top of the road bed, the hole's a foot wide, the bottom it's 2 feet wide. They want you to cut it out square
Yeah.
and fill it in so it's 2 feet wide the whole way. What happens when you come over that bridge? I've been over that bridge. Start rattling out with jackhammer.
Yeah.
Fish are gonna get hit in the head.
Where it is when you're approaching from this side, you're approaching it, it's lean over the water.
Oh,
Where it's.
so it's not the deck, it's the approach to it.
Well, it's the deck and it's right, you got by
The
the
first part of
It's
the
on
15 feet,
Right.
it's
It's on
15
the-
feet, that ain't over the water.
Yeah.
The old Buckman, the old bridge is down below.
So is this Tanner, is he a bridge inspector or is he?
He must
works
be
on the bridge
on
on
their
the
bridge team for the
Yeah.
trains,
Yeah.
That bridge should be good. Henry Magner was telling me about walking across it with his father, that new one, and the wooden one, the truck went through it. And Henry walked with his father at church here, he's about 7 years old. And beams were put on, what's in it, 83?
And it is 87 years ago, he's 94, I think.
I was wondering what's the age of that bridge here?
I would have said it had been back like in that flood business there. in
27,
We can get- The other ones, the truck went through the age. They actually got hung on beams on this planks on it, which is so bad. Is that anything on any list, replacement deal with regional planning?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, we have Parity Road one that's moving forward, but that's the only
This
one I've
This
heard.
one ought to be on. I
Okay.
thought it was on.
Jim.
So I'll reach out to Bethany and see if it's not added, then make them aware of.
I thought we had to apply for a grant for that one.
I
Jim
thought we were.
Smith looked at that bridge
And not Smithville, it's the state, or we applied
when
for
he
the
was
state.
working for the state. Jim Smith looked at that bridge quite a few years ago. I remember going on a little tour with him and all the pictures he took, and
Yeah, I thought we had
maybe 10 years ago.
done it.
Take a lot of pictures of that hole you're making, so we can say, oh, hey, look, this thing gets so many cars a day.
Especially because they're gonna close that one
Yeah.
and they're gonna go across
Well,
that
these
one.
roads, yeah, it'd be interesting to see our counter up here, what we get on Duffy Hill, that's there's a lot of traffic up and down this too.
Yeah, I can check with Bethany about the counter as well, because typically they leave it out for a week or so, so I'm
Yeah,
sure
that's
she's pulled it.
The wires are there today.
Cause
What?
that's up my
So
Chuck.
the wires are still there.
They were still there, okay.
That one's up my Chuck, and
Yeah.
it had been down further, I think by St.
Yeah,
Louis.
do that little cabin.
That was Duffy?
Yeah.
Duffy Hill.
You have a letter of complaint or request about Duffy Hill.
Yeah, it's right here.
Come
They've already read it.
on. Dave loves the plain ones.
Yes.
Your
They
name?
sent of me
Is this the
home.
one from
What?
Judge Black?
Yeah.
Julie emailed it to me, the owner.
Julie. Julie, oh, his wife.
No, Julie will talk, sends it to me and said, make sure this gets discussed at the,
So there's multiple.
Unfortunately.
And there's petitions, there's no article.
No, it's just a letter.
It's the first person I saw.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I parked my truck and when we got gloves out of the ambulance, that's the first person I saw.
That's busy state was.
I know. It was weird. At that point,
What is that? I'm trying to read this written on PS, extra sign,
That's a
one
long
stop, Pumpkin Village Road would be helpful.
that's the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because I know winter timings that when bridge had been talked about, and they said the same thing, the width of it and approach.
Right.
It's a bad approach, you need to be,
Need to take the hill down by Ned, on Ned's side of the meadow.
they're kind of what
Yeah.
they know what truck traffic that it gets and the road traffic. We talked about pretty strongly about needs to be.
If you drop that approach foot, it'll change that whole, as you come up, you can see over it.
Yeah, so, like anything, when they do it, engineers.
Paving there, or paving further on.
Starting at Ned's,
Yeah, sorry.
so you don't pave the bridge.
If we get the grant,
Oh, we haven't got that
they got it on paper.
You know, Jimmy was bad.
I talked to them,
Oh,
Yeah.
this is right. No, I get that, it's not fun to see probably, but I don't, those back road signs are pretty tough if you don't have enforcement.
Yeah.
And then to get enough enforcement, you could have sheriffs out there all day and not see a car and then see.
They did, what they suggest, if I read that right, they were suggesting another stop sign ahead up, back up the hill.
The Duffy Hill side, not Duffy Hill, the Pumpkin Village.
Pumpkin Village Road, have one back further before you get to
If
the
you go
end.
up, that didn't get stolen, you come up to it and as you pitch over, you're like, oh crap, there's the intersection.
Well,
But
but you're not gonna stop, you're gonna have a two-way stop there, you're not gonna stop and going. north to south.
Well, a three-way stop is what they're asking.
Three-way stop.
yeah,
I see that.
well, Mr. Flack was saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would, it's a bad, as you approach from Pumpkin Village, it's a bad approach there. And as you come flying up through, it is kind of tight in there. I mean,
But the kid never stopped coming on Pumpkin Road. He ran into the people.
He didn't die.
No, but that's why I understood it. He ran right into the vehicle.
He was something.
yeah.
They didn't report him as dead yet.
No.
He is still alive and is planning on making it, so, yeah, very lucky,
But not right,
very lucky.
I mean, there hasn't been that many accidents on that intersection, has there? It's like this one all the time. How many years, look, get a light out here, you know? But I don't know that one stop sign ahead, back further might help or not. Not the greatest.
It's unfortunate that people who live there, they realize they're stopping there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's.
If you're ordering signs, I don't think it'd be bad to order or
Right.
stop ahead or something, just to.
But what it is we're saying, put it up back further before it goes in the ditch.
That's what I mean,
Yeah.
before you go over the hill
Stop
there.
sign ahead.
that was easy to address, but like you said, you put a stop sign on Duffy Hill,
That's never really happened.
nobody's gonna stop.
What is it? You've got something, attractive nuisance, I think is what they call it, so it depends on lawsuits, you know, if you got a building and something going down. I think a stop sign, same thing, you might create more accidents and.
You very well might, because there are a lot of people that are just gonna blow through it, 75 and.
Yeah, I do believe people go 70 down that road.
Oh, yeah, when they hit those flats.
They do 70 on my road, and it's not straight.
These guys are not, these corners can be tough. Boy, a freshly graded road almost gets you once in a while. But other than that, you can go.
I know down the roadsides going up Gould Hills, like, I ain't going in between every fence post up here, especially coming down on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Yeah,
that somebody driving behind you.
yeah, never know when they come around, like, we're about 6 miles an hour.
No,
Oh, you got anything else?
I don't believe you.
On that bridge down there, the foot in one wing wall, we're gonna have to adjust that.
Down the bridge by Magnus.
Yeah. On this side on that side.
Upstream.
Yeah.
Falling apart.
Cracked and what is it? Got one some and settled, so.
Yeah.
First thing you get the deck on top, back chewed up, and, you know, the other part we do a little later here.
How bad are the beams under that bridge?
No, they ain't bad, they're, you know, rust on them, they look to me, like, you know, the state comes out and inspects them, so. You know, like, repair bridges, the one that took a picture of the whole way through it.
Seems like those beams and bearings were fairly decent, and they weren't.
Yeah.
all-
No.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know what you're saying about that, I don't.
I wonder if a cement cell would work.
I was just wondering if that'd be easy if you cut it square.
Well, less,
I'm excited, but you got the rebar going through that, two layers of rebar. You cut the rebar.
okay, you can cut to get the rebar.
You kind of said that, you know, Matt,
Yeah.
you get to the, you know, anything get to the good meat,
Yeah,
you know, the punky stuff. Then you get to the good meat, then put your plywood underneath, warm it up.
yeah.
Or just like chop off it for 24 hours.
I bet Jody Tammy's been with them since he got out of high school.
Yeah,
Weren't too many years after high school that he started with those guys.
then you got 9 more years.
Couple of still,
I can't believe he's still going. He's 80 something.
yeah, look at the brother, Carlton there, he logged till 6 months before he died.
All right, you ready to open the table bits?
Yeah.
Let's keep moving. You guys are outside.
Yeah, make him all feel not good about
It's
himself.
all right.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
wanna go.
yeah.
Let's get it done.
Yeah, you're a regular Chuck.
Huh?
Huh, move along.
Listen here. Yeah, good.
Now, what are these bids gonna be for?
Church and Peon,
And beyond it.
This is out of our own budget.
that is
Yes.
correct.
So we'll-
So we budgeted $150,000.
Peon Road, 7/8 shim, Church Road, 3/4 shim. Total 2,012 tons. Bid is 140, 196, 60. 2,012 tons, 69.68.
Cheaper than it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Then this is pipes.
The second run is Pikes.
Yeah.
Must be the,
Whitcomb's doing Route 7.
Huh?
Whitcomb's doing Route 7.
140, 196, 16.
Yeah.
660.
oh, I didn't get the 16 part right, but I will just in case they're close.
And that's for the 1.5 inch top. On the bid too.
The top.
The shim,
Yeah,
the shim.
Of course.
At 1.5.
So the
Yeah.
top is 1.5 and the shim is,
0.75, right?
It's 7/8 for the beyond, 3/4 for the.
So they split the church.
So total for Pike Industries is 2,720 tons at $73.20. well, that's been a lot, yeah. 1,990 tons, $73.20, for a total of 145,668.
Even?
And they're they're using the same size shims? No.
A very different number of tons.
I was just gonna say, it's the first.
Wakeham's tonnage is a lot bigger.
Yeah. Let's see.
So I would say. it's
Church
more-
Road, 3/4 inch, so Pike is 3/4 inch leveling, 1.5 inch wearing course. On Church Road, these guys are 3/4 shim, so same shim, 1.5 inch, so same,
Same, yeah, so it's the difference in the dollars
3.5,
per ton.
55. And then,
But the number of tons was different.
7/8 versus 3/4, so we're putting on more shim
Yeah, dollar per,
on Beyond Road.
For Wickham?
So Wickham's
For
getting a better
Wickham.
price.
what comes at a better price, it looks like.
That's the issue we ran into last year. They looked at Beyond Road and said it's got more cahoos, we gotta take more.
See, that's what happened last year on,
Right, they didn't look at it.
and then they came back with, Mike came back last year, with the way the road was. They took more material to fill the sacks.
Yeah.
Then each one had an alternate for Chester Earth or. My price on it,
Which we're gonna have, if we get the grant, we're gonna have to publicly go out to bid,
Yeah.
because it's tied to a grant.
So is there any rough number to look at for Chester Avenue?
Yeah.
Pike got a rough number of 199,104. And they didn't have any from Whitcomb.
They didn't have a number? Just tonnage?
Just tonnage.
Okay.
Tonnage is within
So
certain tons.
if we were awarded the grant award is 175 plus a 20% match, which brings the total to like 230. If we were awarded. So,
What did we have Wickham, 2 years ago?
yeah, last year Pike did one.
Yeah, to me, it seems like they,
They're within
maybe it's attractive.
22 tons.
Of each other.
They're within one truckload of being the same exactly.
For a ton.
4,500.
And you were happy with Wickham's work a couple years ago, right?
Yep, both companies, both companies same way, they do, both of them do work. They did from Long Corner to Poplar River,
Yep.
jump out Poplar River, and travel.
So,
I would move that we use Wickham for the,
I'll second that.
I mean, it's $5,000, but $5,000.
and, I think get that bid to match up on Chester Avenue.
Yeah.
So you can look at it.
That's going to be 10 grand on Chester Road and jobs. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And now, is there guaranteed dates to start or get done? Remember we went through that crap before?
It was next season, where they wanted
They
to.
talked to, I think it's pretty sure her name, Mike, work on.
These are guaranteed prices.
That's a bid, so yeah.
I mean, we'll enter an agreement, we'll sign a contract. I mean,
Remember one time they came out with something.
Price is valid through 2021.
Yeah, they tried to add a couple grand or something, we didn't pay it.
We wouldn't pay it. Did he mail
And
that?
and right here, I mean, when I sign this, after you guys agree to it, it's a contract, it's a legally binding document.
Do we need to vote on that or we good?
Yes, if you're gonna spend
You
that.
made a motion?
Did it,
I seconded it.
yeah.
Okay. All in favor?
I-
Aye. We go.
And to your question, I got no, what time they will be here or not. Today, I talked to Brad for Pike, and they're busy this year, and he said, we'll get you in September, in September,
They do
which,
want
right now, we
You're
get our
waiting
callers
for
in,
anyways.
get our callers in, get everything settled down.
Yeah.
Yeah, work out, okay. I would get after Wickham's and say, when the day are you guys? You know, we're gonna go with you, but we want a date, if it's way out of whack.
Oh, the new truck too, did we have any more conversation with Clark's around the tire wear?
No,
So I was wondering.
No, just, equipment.
Now, why did the Freightliner go over there for tire wear? The last bills we went through.
Yeah, that one was up there, and that truck, the right front, was doing the same thing.
Right, but that was Freightliner.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't we go back to Freightliner? That's all I'm asking.
There's one going up,
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got it swapped around.
swapping out, same guy,
In my mind, the chassis stuff is chassis to chassis. You know, the other shit's all lined up the same.
So what did they say with the Freightliner? What was causing that?
Parking too close to the international.
Yeah.
Kind of cold, it's about the air pressure and lean towards equipment again.
What side is it on?
The wing side,
Wing, oh, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit of sense.
yeah. But international, every tire on it.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah, what, and how do they handle that one? Well, we don't have the wing on the left side.
It's
yeah.
2 wings? Yeah. Yeah, 'cause that's not,
I,
that's why I put it the same.
Yeah, we'll remember that when we go out for talk for the next one.
I'll talk to Russ again.
Yeah, just tell them,
Yeah,
that it's not making a real impression on us there, that they want to get back into the,
So we stayed in swing at, international, the Freightliner that we took up there, would be next one to trade
yeah.
in a few years here. So keep on that rotation.
Are the trucks still that far out? I mean, probably was a good thing we took that international.
Yeah.
I heard, he talked to Cindy, he talked to him, really, see,
I haven't heard either.
yeah, no,
Well, I bet they are.
I got so, I know dumps are hard to get.
Dumps and
Strikers
controls.
are having, but the cars, you got these, there are a few trucks up there, and they just took them down because they can't get the dumps.
Yeah,
So they're sitting there waiting.
so it's a good thing we got that blue one. Okay. What else you got for us?
The bridge. And I guess that would be it. Can't think of anything I forgot.
I mean, I guess, yeah, I have 2 highway things under my report. Parity Road, we got the okay from the state to go from 3 ton back to 6 ton. So we can pull those signs. They've lifted those restrictions because of the repairs that our highway department did. They're still gonna replace the bridge through the program, but we can pull that weight limit.
6 ton?
It was 6 ton, yes. And then we received a letter, so as part of, it was a basin programming, they were looking at different areas for stormwater and for water. We did have a structure get chosen in Fairfield, it was on Dog Road, and they have completed 30% design for free of charge for the town, so that's really great. So, you know, Dave mentioned having, and I think Gavin mentioned it earlier too, about, you know, having some of this done. So when you apply for grants, you're already, your leg's in the door, I mean, you have.
What is
someone-
it on Dog Road? I'm trying to remember.
Dave's reading the letter, I mean, I have the designs, but I didn't print them, but I just printed the letter explaining it.
Doesn't give an address. Box culvert crossing a tributary of Black Creek on Dodd Road in Fairfield.
That creek, tributary.
So any little brook that leads down the hill in the creek.
Yeah, could be down, could even be down by Damien Gomes.
But yeah, so through this program, they only selected 5 projects and we were one of them, so.
There's 2 box culverts there.
Yeah, you get one near
Basically,
Nathan's
it's
town, right?
Yeah, one on each side.
Mhm.
Basically.
So they put in, they just randomly pick a project on their own.
They were looking at all sorts of different
Right,
sites.
their criteria, their sites. They
Yeah.
do a 30% conceptual design.
Correct.
Where does it go from there?
They give it to you to do whatever you would like with.
So-
We can then use it to apply for a grant, we could pay a contractor to go to 100% design with their own money. They hand it over to you and
But
it's
at
a,
this point, it's not a high, I mean, we gotta do something with the bridge we just talked about. and all that.
it's done, we have the 30% design, it can go back on the bookshelf.
Awesome. File that.
Yep.
It's great, but it's not.
It's not pressing,
Yeah.
it's, yeah,
Could you pass that over here so I can
yeah.
write down the right name for it? Thank you. Thank you.
I guess the last thing in my report, we did receive permits for, or we're submitting, we received the permits from the engineer for Juair Road. So a wetland permit, an Army Corps permit, and a stream alteration permit. I have signed those and I'm emailing those back to the engineer after this. So those have a 30-day waiting period. Once those are done, we're, I would say, less than a month to going out to bid. So we're getting very close. The power's already been moved. Consolidated is 2 to 3 weeks out from moving their lines. So we are progressing. We're still on track for this summer. So I would say look for an RFP, probably the first meeting in August, I would say, to give it the 30-day waiting period, that you'll see an RFP draft from me for that project.
Can you have RFP ready to go, and then it gets through that 30-day waiting period?
Yeah.
Let me ask this way,
Yeah.
the bridge design is done?
The conceptual designs are 100% done. So now permits are done. Any comments from the permits need to be incorporated. So
He's still got a fair amount of work to do.
if there's comments, if there's no comments, then you're just taking those conceptual, making them final. It really depends what comes back from those regulatory
What his
agencies.
definition of conceptual is.
Very good.
So,
They're very.
So let me ask you this, are you content with this
A
level?
lot nicer to get those colors done, that's just draw.
Yeah, the water,
Yeah.
you can put your stuff in that, but you can
No.
pumps on.
Yeah.
I'm still not sending it.
So that's what I'm getting right now.
Perfect.
I mean, we're making progress, but
Mud.
Okay, so we don't need to work on our RFP.
We've always got smiles.
What feedback?
Somebody's here, I think,
Feedback is
but I don't
public
know.
or feedback is
it's public. It goes, so this, once we submit the permits, which I'm gonna do tonight, it's gonna go to their bulletin that public entities can comment on. And it's
So it's July 1st, it's gonna be posted, quote unquote, just close enough.
Yeah.
30 days brings us to August 1st.
Correct.
We're not gonna build this year.
Well,
No. He's gonna take 30 days to finish conceptual, it's gonna go out to bid for 30 days.
Here in September.
Yep. Nobody's gonna start a bridge by September.
I don't know.
Cause you gotta find a contractor also.
And it's gonna be done by
Yeah,
October.
that's next.
No, and we could get an extension.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
get an extension from the river engineer, but again, we're still trying to push forward
Okay.
for this summer, but
That's all we can do is keep packing it.
yeah.
Perfect. Anything else?
You guys know that board testing, or board down to
Yeah.
Fairfield.
Yeah, I knew they were going to.
Yeah, they're down 90 feet.
Before they hit bedrock.
They again, they figured they closed.
That's
Clay,
all the way.
so far, they hit, they said, they stopped, they put equipment over here today.
Well, nice thing that clay drill's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's a little bridge, 2 miles and 20 feet deep, and hold it up.
Yeah. I was supposed to do it, yeah.
Wow, that is,
They're on, shore side.
Like what you need, they'll need somebody like CM or somebody to build that bridge, because they're not gonna be able to, they're gonna have to, if they're gonna go to bedrock, they're gonna be down there a long ways.
That's all I have.
Cool.
thank you.
What we're thinking of, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Okay.
Second?
Anybody want anything altered or changed before we take a vote on them?
No.
If we don't, everybody in favor?
I,
Off we go.
For your awareness, a copy of those minutes were given to Mo to give to Jimmy Parody, and a copy was put in his personal file.
Okay, thank you.
I would move that we approve the warrants.
You can do that too.
Oh, second that.
Okay, everybody in favor thereof?
Aye.
Good enough, that one's out. Well, what do we got here? Old business, is there anything else under old business before we keep moving?
Nothing under old.
Okay. New business, tree warden.
Just that.
I move that we table the tree warden position again.
Wasn't Linda supposed to find some?
Yeah.
We gotta address this one.
Until she
Able
gets
to
this
share
one.
your welcome packet.
She didn't get the information, so we'll table it.
Okay, moving along. The town administrator, we're going to interview some others, is that the deal?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of which, why don't we go down through, get down and go and do
Exactly.
executive session to
So-
look at our.
That's the last thing I have.
Yeah, any
So I-
public comment? No, hot up, that's it?
Quite well.
Yeah. So I guess now, what we got left is basically go to executive session with town administrator.
Yeah, so I would move that we're going to executive session to look at,
Other
future
applicants.
applicants.
Somebody second that?
I would second that.
Okay. Here we go.
Maybe-